Easy to learn singing tips for beginners. There are a lot of good singing tips for beginners if they ever want to try singing their way into a music career. Most good singers, male and female, have completed singing classes or voice lessons sometime in their life, which is the reason why they developed into the great singers we know today. Popular modern singers today, such as Katy Perry and Beyoncé, who wrote beautiful hit songs, have taken some sort of voice instruction or read about singing tips for beginners when they were first getting started. Although part of singing comes from the strength of the singer's voice box, which is usually determined naturally at birth, a lot of practice is involved in building a great singing voice. The first singing tips for beginners should include a relaxation period. Nobody can tackle something new if they aren't relaxed and readily focused to try something difficult. The beginner should try relaxing certain parts of their body first, then apply pressure to that part. For example, try to stand up and apply pressure to the feet and toes while swinging the arms to stretch and relax. Then try relaxing the shoulders, face and jaw while flexing and putting pressure on the diaphragm, because the diaphragm is where most of the vocal power comes from. If the diaphragm, which is located between the stomach and rib cage, feels stiff, then chances are the voice will be weak and flat. Now for the actual singing part, which is obviously more difficult than the preparation process. It's important to remember that when a person starts singing louder, sound comes from small amounts of air released. If the person releases a huge amount of air at once, then the sound that comes out is usually soft, because the sound is coming from a wider area. The volume of the voice comes from resonating air through the sinus cavities, so it will basically sound like a whisper if the person releases a huge amount of air in a short amount of time, because it will not reach the sinuses. Of course, singing louder does not mean it's better, but it does create a clearer sound so the singer can hear what his or her potential range is. Although pitch is one of the most important aspects of singing, there are also some smaller singing tips for beginners that can greatly improve the sound of their voice. If the singer has issues maintaining a steady sound and the sound has pitch problems all over the place, he should try relaxing his tongue before trying to sing again. As the singer progresses through different notes, starting from the lower tones, he should start feeling able to reach higher notes and octaves as his voice slowly gets warmed up. When the singer is capable of singing a song in tune, it is possible for him to start adding a little colour to his performance, such as making facial expressions that correspond to the level of the note that he sings. For example, usually experienced singers tend to tighten up their facial muscles when trying to hit high notes because it helps them maintain a more stable sound. If he is trying to hit high notes without any motion of the face, it tends to be really pitchy. Singing is one of the most difficult activities that one can master. It includes a mix of skill in controlling one's own voice and intonation, as well as having a genetically stronger diaphragm and voice box. There are thousands of easy singing tips for beginners to follow that can help them become the best singer possible.